Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty World at War here on the first Zombies map ever made, Nacht der Untoten. What we're going to be doing here is actually playing through it live and just kind of going on a bit of a nostalgia run, talking about my experiences here on Nacht der Untoten, my general thoughts and feelings towards the map, and we may be doing this for every single Zombies map in existence. We may do that. I think it'd be fun to kind of do a little mini-series where we go through and just play through the map and talk about it and just tell you some stories and just talk about my general thoughts and opinions towards the map and whatnot. So we're going to be starting things off here with Nacht der Untoten, the first ever Zombies map in creation. And oh my goodness, guys, this map is very basic. It's very, very basic. So this map originally was just an Easter egg for completing the campaign to Call of Duty World at War. That is the very humble beginning of Zombies mode in Call of Duty. And look where Zombies mode is today. You know, look how complex Zombies mode is and how many people love playing on it and the Easter eggs and Pack-a-Punch and all the different wonder weapons you can get. And it all stemmed from this. This was the original Zombies map. If you guys never maybe actually played on this map, but maybe played a little bit of the World at War multiplayer, you'll know this is nothing more than the map Airfield. This is a building on the map Airfield that they basically reskinned to feature zombies. They made it a bit more broken down. They added in some zombie stuff here, and that's really all that they did to change it, right? They didn't end up doing a whole lot with it. It's essentially just that building from Airfield, but slightly modified. That's the very humble beginning to Zombies. I mean, really, not a lot of people knew about Zombies, myself included. When I first got into World at War, it was when the game came out. You know, it was in 2008, I think, was when World at War came out. So I played it. I played the multiplayer almost exclusively because I loved the idea of an online war game, because at the time, it was like my first time ever actually getting into Call of Duty. I just wanted to play nothing but the multiplayer. I didn't really bother with the campaign too much, but my brother did, and once he completed the campaign, which was, again, several months into the game's life cycle, he then was notified about Zombies, because, of course, the only time you would ever actually unlock Zombies mode was for completing the campaign. So he immediately told me, he's like, so I beat the campaign and there were zombies. And I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. It's a World War II game, you know, there's no zombies in this game. And he's like, no, there were zombies. And then he showed me. I'm like, well, holy crap, there's zombies. And so I immediately went and played through the campaign, and I enjoyed my time with the campaign, but in reality, I just wanted to get through it as fast as possible because I wanted to play Zombies mode. That looked really cool. And this is it. This is the mode that they gave us. So they basically laid the groundwork, I think, for what Zombies has become. You know, you have, of course, your windows here, right? You have your weapons. You have your viable weapons on the wall. We have a couple unique and interesting ideas for this particular map. We have, of course, the box, which I can actually open up this door. We have the box, which is right here. It doesn't move on this map. It just stays in this one particular location. But you have rebuildable walls, rebuildable windows. You have zombies coming in at you, and you have guns on the wall, right? Those are like the core, you know, foundations of Zombies. Like, perks weren't even implemented at this point. There are no perks whatsoever for me to actually get on this map. There is no Pack-a-Punch. Those were both implemented later. With every Zombies map, they tried to implement some new ideas, some new twists and turns. With, I believe the next map is Verrückt. That's when they actually implemented perks, and we'll be talking about that in the Verrückt video. And then with Shi No Numa, they didn't really implement anything besides moving things around a bit and making the map a lot bigger. And then, of course, in the Reese, they added in the idea of Pack-a-Punch. So with this map, the first map ever, there was really none of this. It was really just get what guns you could, try to survive as long as humanly possible, and that was it. I can recall once we all found out about it, we all started telling my friends, and we all started telling each other, you know, we gotta play Zombies. You gotta play it. You gotta try it out. You have to beat the campaign, then you can go play Zombies with us. And all it really is kind of like a wave-based survival, which a lot of games have this, to be perfectly honest. But this was within Call of Duty, so it was especially cool to us because Call of Duty was, of course, our favorite game at the time. And so we finally got everybody to complete the campaign, and we were able to actually play Zombies. I cannot recall, honestly, for the life of me, whether or not you could invite somebody into Zombies if they hadn't actually completed the campaign yet. I don't know if they could do that or not. But we would get people in here, and I can recall specifically hiding out in this room right here and just trying so hard to survive until round 10. We wanted to survive to round 10 more than anything because it was a double-digit number. Keep in mind, this was back in 2008, early 2009, because of course it came out in like November of 08, so after a couple months it became 09. It was a very long time ago. The internet wasn't quite what it is today, you know. There were, of course, people talking about Zombies. I'm sure there were some Zombies videos and stuff like that out there, but for the most part, we were basically unaware of any of this stuff existing. We basically just played Call of Duty. We didn't watch YouTube really at all. I did start watching YouTube more towards the end of World at War's life cycle, So we didn't know about any strategies. We didn't know about what guns were better than others. We just basically had to try and figure it out for ourselves, which I think was one of the most fun aspects of Zombies to us. Was there was definitely like kind of like this this childlike wonder about the map, because you never knew what was going to happen. Whereas, you know, with Black Ops 3 and their zombies, like before the game, you know, is even out, there's already guides on YouTube as to how to get to round 30 and what all the steps of the Easter egg mean, and, you know, so on and so forth. You know, all this stuff is already there, but there's definitely this sense of wonder, you know, way back when the internet isn't quite what it is today, and, you know, we didn't pay as much attention to stuff like that as we do now. And having to learn all this stuff for the first time, and getting to experience what's all in the box, you know, what's all in the mystery box. You know, are there wonder weapons? What's this wonder weapon? You know, I had heard talk, you know, through the grapevine that there's a ray gun. I heard there's a ray gun in there. What's that thing do? You know, there's so much mystery to it, and that's what was really cool. And of course, they try to add upon that every single time they make a map. They try to make it so the map is different in one way or another. They try to make it do some new things, add some new weapons, maybe add some new perks. But ultimately, it's nothing you can compare to when you first start playing Zombies, and you have that sense of wonder as you're going through and trying to figure everything out. I can recall specifically trying many strategies on this map, you know, how to get to round 10, how to get to even higher rounds, but really there's not a lot to work with. There is a total of 4 rooms on this map, and you compare that to, like, you know, every other Zombies map in existence right now, whether it's fan-made or actually made by Treyarch. You know, the idea of having 4 rooms seems incredibly basic, but this is what it was. It was incredibly basic. There wasn't a lot to this whatsoever. And should I grab that? Actually, I shouldn't grab that just yet. Let's see if I can spray down a bunch of zombies first. So they keep trying to work on stuff, but I mean, ultimately 4 rooms. You got this room up here, the room that we're in down here, that room there, and there's a room upstairs up there. I mean, there really isn't a lot for you to do. And then there's, of course, all the different strategies that you could try to implement. Like, the strategies would include not opening certain doors, which I think a lot of people understand on this map. It's not that good of an idea to open up these stairs. Opening up these stairs is kind of silly. You see down there, I have insta-kill. This is before, you know, they would be like, insta-kill, and there would be like a specific logo and stuff like that on your screen. For whatever reason, I can't knife that guy. This was before all of that. This is before they gave us those little quality of life improvements. This is when everything was super basic. If you had insta-kill, here it was. They didn't have anything like monkeys. They didn't have anything like fire sale is the word I'm looking for. They didn't have any of that. I'm not gonna be able to knife the other guy in time, I don't think. So we'll just pop him in the head, I think. Does it even have a proper scoreboard? No, it doesn't. There's no proper scoreboard. If I press tab, which here on PC is typically how you pull up a scoreboard, it just shows mission objectives. It doesn't actually give me the scoreboard. This is also at a time, well, this is actually before when we actually had perks. This is also back when playing solo, Quick Revive wouldn't revive you if you were playing solo. That's just something it didn't do. But of course we have wall weapons here, and we were able to learn a bit about the value of wall weapons, because you have the Tommy gun here, which is fantastic. I may just grab the Tommy gun, to be honest. And wait a minute. By me getting rid, I guess me getting rid of the flamethrower, I thought since my pistol was a secondary, it would automatically switch, and it didn't. So I basically just got rid of my flamethrower. So we're just gonna go ahead and open this up and see if we get something cool. What do we got? What do we got? All right, we got the MG42. This is also when we quickly learned that light machine guns, while they may not be that great in the multiplayer, they're pretty freaking fantastic in Zombies. They're probably the best aspect of Zombies. Having, you know, your big MG42 or your big Browning, like, those things are freaking amazing. So let's open up the upstairs here. Cost 1,000 points. And this is like basically the extent as to where you want to go, and this is basically the extent of where you could go. You have this upstairs, right down below us, this room here, then of course the starting room. This is all there is to this map. There's really nothing to it whatsoever. A big popular strategy a lot of people would go with would be, of course, to lay down like right here and just aim essentially at this doorway and kill zombies as they came through. Now you do that with like 3 or 4 friends. You generally would have the firepower to do so, and of course you would throw your grenades through the door to try and take out big waves of zombies. And you're kind of helped by the fact that you have these hand grenades right here on the wall behind you. But that's essentially the map, Nacht der Untoten. There isn't a lot to it whatsoever. One interesting little aspect of the map, I think, is actually this idea of a cabinet. Now, they didn't really go forward with this. This is an idea I think they had for this map that they didn't implement in many other maps, just because probably a lot of people didn't like to go with it, nor was it like a weapon that you would especially want to have. But essentially, by opening the cabinet, you would get, and even put a question mark here on the ground, I need 1,500 points. Hold on a second, I'll open the cabinet. I'm sure some of you guys actually know what's in the cabinet, but there's some of you guys out there that don't. And I kind of wanted to show you guys that here in the video, so let's show you what's in the cabinet. We need to come up here and get some kills on some zombies. I could blow up the barrels. Also, the idea of these red barrels being all along the map, I don't think you see that utilized as much in many other zombies maps besides this one. But here we are at 1,500 points. Let's go ahead and open... Let's kill this guy first because I don't want him coming at me from behind. But let's open this up. And bam. There you go. Car 98K. There's a bunch of them in there. I think you can go up and purchase another one for a certain... Wow, why am I sliding here? Why was I sliding right there? It must be a bug or something like that. But yeah, you can get a Car 98K sniper rifle out of there. And yeah, but not a lot of people went for it because, of course, sniper rifles in zombies aren't exactly amazing. Because they typically, you know, they stop being an effective one-hit kill weapon pretty soon. And especially, we're going to swap here to the light machine gun, especially here on the first ever zombies map, they didn't have Pack-a-Punch. So there was really no way to actually make it so your sniper rifle was actually any better. There wasn't Double Tap 2.0, you know, back in World at War anyway. I think even the original Black Ops, Double Tap would just do nothing but increase, here's double points, would do nothing but increase your fire rate. It didn't actually make it so you shot 2 bullets for the price of 1, essentially. It didn't do that. So sniper rifles had very limited value when you would first start playing zombies. You know, of course, in the early rounds, it's like a god weapon, because as you can see, it just one-hits everything, and it's fantastic. But in the later rounds, it stops being a one-hit kill, and I'm sure you guys can concur that even if you're playing in multiplayer, a sniper rifle that's bolt action, that isn't a one-hit kill, kind of useless. So I think they quickly gave up on the idea of having these cabinets here, although you will notice that in several custom zombies maps, people have put the idea of cabinets in there. I'm trying to remember the name of the one custom zombies map I played. It was essentially on a beach. It was on a big sunny beach. You start out on the beach and then you run forward, you go into a town. I can't remember, honestly, for the life of me, the name of that map. I have a series of it here on my channel. It was actually a very good map. But on that one, you would find these cabinets like scattered throughout the map and on the beach and whatnot, and there would actually be good weapons in there, which is pretty interesting. Here's one of the fast zombies. I don't like the fast zombies. I don't like them whatsoever. I mean, you look at just these zombies and like how they're performing, just the mechanics of this map compared to the mechanics that we see even in Black Ops 3. You know, you think of Shadows of Evil, right? And how you have, what were they called? What are those big things called? They begin with an M. I don't know, the big 3-headed things, you gotta shoot out like all the individual heads, and of course you got the little bugs flying around spitting at you, and then of course you have sacrifices you have to do, that just to get the Pack-a-Punch you have to do like the entire, what people would consider to be an Easter egg. It's kind of insane. I don't even know, are there Easter eggs on World at War whatsoever? I can't quite recall. I think there's Easter eggs like music. I think there's music Easter eggs in World at War, but I don't think there's any like giant overarching Easter egg. I could be wrong about that completely. I've never been the kind of player that actually does Easter eggs in zombies. I just never did them. They usually take a long time. I tried doing it a bit in Black Ops 2, but we kept failing it, and it was super frustrating. Like, we tried to do the one on Transit where you get, like, the electric guy out, and you have to, like, trap him in a field or something like that. Like, we only get to the field step, and then we'd always messed up from there. So, yeah, I've never been a big Easter egg guy. I think this is a bar right here on the wall. It's a light machine gun, but it's not a very good light machine gun. That is just sitting here on the wall. And actually, in the multiplayer here on this map, because this map was airfield, I would run and jump and get onto that, and then just kind of hide there in search and destroy. But I don't think we can actually get on there here in zombies. Let's try it one more time. Nope. Okay. Well, I think I would have made it right there. I just think there's a barrier there in zombies, which is pretty smart. But of course, zombies is not without. And right there's one of those classic hit markers. So let's get rid of this. Not for this. No one wants a Panzerschreck. This, of course, was the first map where we learned that rocket launchers and zombies are stupid. And then we get our MP40 back. All right, so we've got back the MP40. Let's see if we can go upstairs here and live out for a little bit as I continue to just go down nostalgia road and memory lane and talk about this map. So yeah, going back to it, we you know, we would try to get to round 10. We eventually would, you know, get to round 10, but it took so long initially for us to get there because, again, it's your first time playing. You're not used to strategies. Like, the idea of training, like running around in circles, was something that we didn't really have in zombies. I don't think it was a very common idea. The idea of, like, running around in circles, training the zombies, or kiting them, as some people call it. I don't think people did that a lot back then in World at War. I think for the most part, when people would play zombies, they would basically want to all group together. You want a group of 4, because playing solo just seems silly, but you'd always want like a group of 4, no matter what. The more the merrier. And then the 4 of you go to one particular area and hold down the fort. You know, I think that's what people wanted, or at least that's what I wanted when I would play zombies. I always thought that was the best way to play, and I thought it was silly when people wouldn't play that way. I loved it when, like, for example, this room. Let's say hypothetically I didn't open up the upstairs here, and we were all like camping in this room right here. You know, you have one person, you know, with preferably like someone like me with a big light machine gun holding down this doorway right here, you know, and then, or maybe 2 people. And then you have like someone covering this and helping out on these windows. Like you assign 2 people to cover these 2 windows plus this wall, and then you have the 2 other people, you know, covering this door. And that's how we would try to survive. There's really honestly no reason whatsoever on this map to try to go upstairs if you're playing in a group of 4, because you can just hold them off like that. But eventually you are going to get overrun because you don't have Pack-a-Punch, you don't have perks. Eventually your weapons are going to start just kind of being weak and obsolete. You know, they're going to fizzle out pretty quickly. I mean, how long can you run an MP40? You can run it pretty long. Spoiler, MP40 actually is a pretty good weapon. I think we're going to talk about that a bit more when I do my video of Verrückt, which I don't have a set schedule for this series. I'll just make it as I see fit. But on Verrückt, the MP40 was very key for me on that map. It really was, because again, it's a map where there's no Pack-a-Punch, you know, whatsoever. You got these barrels out there we can blow up. There's no Pack-a-Punch, there's no perks, there's no upgrading your weapons, so you basically just need to try to get the best weapons you can, i.e. light machine guns and ray guns. That's essentially what you would want to get. Oh! I did not think that they were that close to me. I did not think they were like, I thought I had a couple seconds to be able to turn around. But, yeah, that's Nacht der Untoten. And then, just like back in 2008, here I am, under round 10. The irony is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. The irony is beautiful. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is Nacht der Untoten. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. It's a fun map at a very basic level, and this field of view just, ugh, who likes that field of view? Let's change the FOV up here to 90. There we go. Freaking beautiful. That's what I love about PC gaming, ladies and gentlemen. The ability to change around my field of view. It is awesome. But yeah, this is a pretty cool map to start things off, and it's always fun to kind of come back to now and again. You know, just to walk around and take a stroll down memory lane and just think back to yourself like, wow, I can't believe it was almost 10 years ago we found out about this map. It's about 8 years ago in total. We found out about this map. We would all start playing, and just the people I used to play this map with, you know, they don't even play anymore. Like, I haven't talked to some of those people in ages, and just, there's a lot of memories on this map for me, and hopefully there's some good memories on this map for you guys as well. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Hope you guys all found it entertaining, helpful, and informative, and if you did, drop me a rating. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.